Good morning, all. In previous session, we had discussion on sources of graphic images. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to discuss working with sound. So, sound is a one of the important element of multimedia. Without sound, a multimedia title cannot be effective. Today, we are using sound in various applications, like in the games, or in any tutor material, or in any kind of information, knowledge base, any application requires sound. Here, what is sound? So, sound basically available in the form of waves. When we speak, vibrations come out. Those vibrations are called sound waves. So these sound waves have a recurring pattern that is called analog wave pattern. So when we speak or when you generate any sound, at the beginning, all sounds are available in the form of analog wave patterns. And in sound, you need to understand two attributes of a sound. One is value and another is frequency. Here, value means the height of each peak in the sound wave relate to its value. So waves means up and down peaks are there. So higher the peak means the louder the sound. The lower the peak means the lower the sound. And as well as frequency means the distance between the peaks in the waves. So between two waves, how much distance is there? That is considered as a frequency. The greater the distance is, lower the pitch. And shorter the distance is, higher the pitch. Means the pitch of sound, how speed it is, will be considered as a frequency of sound. Normally, frequency is measured in hertz. So hertz means every pattern of sound recurs in equal to 1 hertz. So every pattern of a sound of a second is equivalent to 1 hertz. If the pattern recurs 1000 times in 1 second, it would be 1000 hertz or equivalent to 1 kilohertz. And similarly, 1 kilohertz, 1 megahertz, 1 gigahertz, like this we measure the sound frequency. And here you need to understand one more concept, sampling. So when the sound generates, it is available in the form of wave format. But computer cannot read directly the wave formats. So every sound you have to convert it into analog, analog to digital, so that the computer can understand your sound in a digital form, because computer understand only digital values. Therefore, analog sound needs to be converted into digital form so that you can work with the sound waves in computer. And this process of converting analog to digital form is called sampling, in which every fraction of second a sample of sound is recorded in digital bits. So in terms of 8-bit, in terms of 16-bit. So how many bits you are taking, according to that it records the digital sound in your computer. Here two concepts you need to understand for getting to know more about sampling. Here we consider sample rate and sample size in sampling. Here sample rate means the number of times the sample is taken, called the sample rate. Means how many wave patterns has been taken to convert into digital form, that is called sample rate. And the amount of information stored about the sample called the sample size. Means once you converted the wave sounds into digital form, how much information you are taking to store, the amount of information is considered as a sample size. So here we are using three most common sample rates. Those are 11.025 kilohertz, 22.05 kilohertz, and 44.1 kilohertz. The most common sample sizes are 8-bit and 16-bit. And sound file size can be calculated in terms of a formula. So here, when you convert your wave pattern sound into digital audio, on the basis of sample rate and bit value, the size of the file can be calculated in the formula as 1 second recording. Sample rate in bit value divided by 8. So the following table shows, so what may be the file size if you consider a bit value on the basis of sample rate. 44.1 kilohertz, if you take 16 bit, so there will be 1.75 MB. 44.1 kilohertz, if there is a 8-bit, 882 kilobytes. 22.05 kilohertz, so 16-bit, 882 kilobytes. So 22.05 kilohertz, 8-bit, 440 kilobytes. Similarly, if you take sample rate as 11.025 and 8-bit, so then there will be a 220 kilobytes. And for working with sound, you need sound card. A sound card is used to digitize sound. So you must have a sound card in your computer so that you can convert any external from any external source. Sound can be recorded, captured, and recorded as a digital form. So external source may be a cassette tape or a video tape or a CD or a DVD or from microphone. So from the source, you can extract the sound and convert it into digital form. So basically sound card samples the sound based on the sample rate and bit value and produces the digital form of a sound by taking analog signals. And then we need sound editing programs. Once a sound has been digitized, so it has to manipulate with a sound, and there we need a sound editing program. So from the sound editing program, using mouse, you can select any part of a sound, you can cut it out and place where you want, or you can rearrange the sound pattern, or how you feel mixing with the sound effects. You can choose to add a different sound effects like echo, fade in, fade out. So many things you can do changes with the digital form of a sound with the help of sound editing programs. And today we are using a common a sound editing program called MIDI. So MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, where a standard format of a sound file is used to record the sound directly from the electronic musical instrument. Means you can connect your computer directly to the musical instrument and you can communicate sound information from the direct instruments. So when you press any key from the electronic music instrument from the MIDI keyboard, so the codes are going to be generated as a sound and transferred to your computer as a series of commands. And these sounds are stored into the computer as a MIDI file, and later you can edit the sound, or you can mix up with any sound with another instrument of music, such as using a synthesizer or playback program from the MIDI. And MIDI has been compared to a musical score because it represents notes, means music's notes, along with information of a volume and frequency rather than sound itself. Okay, so therefore, MIDI files contains code instead of actual digital sound. Therefore, it carries very less size of file, less smaller size of files compared to other sound files. So MIDI requires a specialized software for making any additional changes to the sound, as well as it requires additional special type of equipment for recording and playback, and it requires some MIDI compatible some softwares also, or different kinds of components with the MIDI editing software. So this is what today's session. So if you have doubts, you may ask the questions. No doubts? Thank you. We'll continue in the next class.